Hey guys, welcome to the Soapbox again. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about a fresh subject. It just came up in the news. A student was basically being disrespectful in class, and the teacher slammed them up against the wall, is how it's written. Now the child's going after child abuse charges and all these things. I've been in the classroom and I see a little different scenario a lot of times. I see students becoming less respectful. I see them not as afraid of authority, kind of shrugging things like that off, where the teacher, has been telling this student, you got to calm down, you got to get out of here, whatever, and the student just ignores him and stays in class. I mean, at some point, there's got to be responsibility on the student and the parent's part. Um, I do believe that the parents themselves are genuinely partially responsible for this, not as much the teacher. I believe that there's a lot of kids nowadays with less respect on their plate. They don't respect their teachers, they don't respect their parents, they don't respect property. It looks like it's running rampant today in the schools. But it's kind of one of those moments you go, yeah, the teacher was wrong. He shouldn't have slammed that kid up against the wall and, told him to calm down or whatever he said, whatever the real story is there. But at what point do we look at the student and go, what were you thinking? We can't just let you off the hook, and I think that's part of the problem is right now the students hold all the control, the kids hold all the control. There's no repercussion for their actions. They don't see that repercussion. They just kind of go, I'm free and clear because I'm a kid and he's an adult. And I think that's wrong. I think that undermines, any person who's in a position where they have to have power over those students, a little bit of control. I think that parents are obviously not following suit to teach our kids the importance of an education. They're just not giving that to their kids. And I think it's kind of one of those moments we need to go, who do you blame? I think you got to blame both if you're going to blame somebody. I don't think necessarily what the teacher did was right or the right decision. I don't know. I wasn't there to witness everything that happened. I may side differently in that case. But a lot of people who never step foot into a classroom go, oh, he's wrong. He should, no matter what. I'm sorry, there are times that I believe that may be the only course of action. I think that necessarily calling the cops may have been a little bit better route, but really, I mean, it's one of those things you got to say, it's a tough call, 50-50, you're both getting in trouble. I don't think the teacher should lose his job. I don't think that any of that is on the table. I mean, all the other students are basically saying, yeah, this kid deserved it. He's a moron. And I don't think that we can be morons as a society and say, hey, the kid's off the hook because the teacher slammed him in the wall. No, the kid still did something wrong. And he needs to be held accountable. And I think that's a lot of it, is there's not a lot of accountability because the authority has been taken away either by the parents coming in and saying, my Billy would never do that. And you've got him on video camera going, your son's an idiot. He did that. But it's one of those things I worry about in our society, that we're letting kids off the hook more and more, and that it's not benefiting us. Kids obviously are less respectful now than they were 5 years ago. It is a growing trend that being disrespectful is cool and being respectful is just for losers. And I think that's something that really needs to change as a society for us to be a successful society. But I don't feel like the teacher should lose his job or be punished necessarily unless the student's going to be. I think that it's a two-way street there. And I think that, education has a lot of other issues, and the teachers not having any authority doesn't need to be one of them. Once again, go ahead and post your comments down below. Tell me what you think on this subject. I really believe that the teacher was not in the wrong. I believe that he had the opportunity to make a better decision, but I think the one he made wasn't a bad decision. But definitely post your comments down below. Tell me what you think about this. And, it is Monday. And always on Monday, I'm going to try and give you guys a reminder about No Gas Wednesday. Do your best to not buy gas Wednesday. We'll touch base again on Wednesday on that, obviously. But, yeah, post your comments down below. See you guys later.